We begin tonight at 6 by tracking rain moving through central Indiana. You can see it right here on live Doppler 13 radar.
And now let's take a look outside right now to see the conditions that we are experiencing downtown. We really have seen rain off and on all day today. And so tonight at 6 o'clock, we start in the Weather Center with Angela. She's tracking all we need to know as we head into the weekend and what will be the weather impact.
Yes, it's the off and on, because you can't be like, okay, I'm going to be out for the next couple of hours. You may get a few dry minutes, but then you're also going to get rained on. So we're going to start with the impact this evening. The timeline is now between now and about 11 o'clock. The impact: scattered areas of heavy rain, maybe a few rumbles of thunder, so lightning would be a threat. And underneath some of the pockets of steadier rain, brief lowland flooding can't be ruled out. So delays for those outdoor events. Monitor radar, maybe have a backup plan for those outdoor activities this evening. You can see with live Doppler 13 radar isn't a widespread rain for everybody, but we definitely have these pockets of steadier rain moving through Hamilton County up toward Tipton along 31. We just had a shower move through downtown. It's now on the east side, so heads up Acton, heads up Frankfort. Some steadier rain coming in. Gusty winds can't be ruled out with this cell just south of Crawfordsville. This line extends south along 231 into Greencastle. We also have additional downpours coming in between Columbus and Seymour along Interstate 65. Future Track 13 shows this moving out between now and 11 o'clock. Cloudy start to the weekend, and it is going to be cooler. I'll have those numbers in a few minutes.
See you in a little bit, Angela. Thanks. You can track that rain with our live Doppler 13 weather app. You can get all the updates and check the interactive radar. Be sure you download it tonight from your phone's app store.
Tonight, a school district is one of the first in the state of Indiana to share what impact that new property tax cap could have.
School leaders in Monroe County are warning tonight of possible budget and staff cuts in the future. Our Ashton Hackman shows us tonight some of the changes the district could make.
With this year's legislative session reaching a close at the Indiana State House, state lawmakers are not the only ones looking at their budgets for the years ahead.
Every effort will be made to minimize drastic impacts on our children.
Governor Braun signed Indiana Senate Bill 1 into law last week, which reduces property tax revenues, a major source of money for Indiana school districts. Now, Superintendent of the Monroe County Community School Corporation, Dr. Mark A. Winston, says the new law will require the district to look at their expenses.
The loss of this amount of revenue will require us to rethink how we do school.
And rethink how they manage payroll, which Winston said is roughly 85% of their budget. The district expected to make $17 million less over the next 3 years, warns staff reductions may not be avoidable.
School administrators are going to face some tough choices.
Dr. Charles Taylor and researchers from Ball State University analyzed the impact from the last property tax cap in 2010 on state school districts, looking at data from 2000 to 2019, the years before and after the last property tax cap. They found schools lost an average of $78 per student after the cap. A drop in funding that Dr. Taylor said could be similar this time, too.
Over the last several years since the property tax caps, they've tried to be judicious, make sure they're being efficient, cut where they could cut, and so they're going to have some tough choices ahead of them.
Choices for budget and staffing now left to school districts statewide.
So, Ashton, what happens if the district needs to make these staffing cuts?
Yeah, she said, the superintendent, that they hope to solve this problem naturally through natural retirements, the expected retirements, and they're also putting a freeze on hiring any new appointed positions. So that's their short-term progress.
Yeah. All right. We'll keep an eye on it. Ashton, thank you so much. Also tonight, we're working to learn more about an incident on a Jennings County school bus.
Officials tonight are confirming to 13 News one juvenile is now in custody in connection to that incident, but no details have been released. So here's what we do know tonight. That incident allegedly took place April 16th. One day later, someone reported it, leading to one person being taken into custody, and now an investigation is underway.
In a statement to 13 News today, the Jennings County Superintendent said in part, quote, "We have become aware of a significant concern regarding events that occurred on one of our special transportation buses. Our thoughts are with those impacted by this difficult situation. We assure you that the safety and well-being of our students is our top priority."
Tonight at 6, the man who's charged with the murder of an Elwood police officer is probably facing some new charges after allegedly stabbing a prison guard.
A source is now telling 13 News today the incident happened last night at the Miami Correctional Facility. Rich Nye is looking into what happened and also how this potentially could impact this inmate's death penalty trial. Rich?
The source tells me that prison guard was stabbed multiple times, but is going to be okay. And now Carl Boards is being moved to a higher security prison. A source tells me Carl Boards will be moved to the Westville Correctional Facility in Northwest Indiana. This will become the 4th jail or prison where Boards has been housed since he was arrested July 31st, 2022 for the shooting death of Elwood police officer Noah Chanovez. Boards was stopped on I-69 by Fishers Police and was held at the Hamilton County Jail for about 6 months. He was then sent by court order to the Department of Correction, first to the nearby Pendleton Correctional Facility. But he has been at the Miami Correctional Facility for almost 2 years now. Westville will be a much longer trip to the court hearings in Anderson. Boards' next hearing is May 9th. His death penalty jury trial is scheduled for January. Several pretrial issues are yet to be decided, including whether Boards is competent to stand trial. His lawyer's latest motion says Boards is delusional and unable to consult with his lawyers in his defense. He said that one of his delusions is that he thinks that one of his attorneys conspired with officers at Miami Correctional Facility to have him tasered and maced. Now it appears he'll be dealing with guards at a higher security prison.
Rich, thank you. Happening right now, you're taking a live look. This is downtown. This is an event put together to highlight the impact that gun violence, and it's taking place right now at the Kennedy King Park.
Yeah, this is all part of the National Youth Violence Prevention Week. Several local organizations are leading this event tonight. They're speaking out right now against gun violence impacting kids across Indianapolis.
The program tonight includes speakers who plan to share their stories of how gun violence is impacting their communities, all leading up to the Community Peace Walk. Logan Gay is there and we'll have more on the group's message tonight here at 11.